So through the to the Rosh Yeshiva, I'm going to speak tonight not about Makos and not about Megillah, but to speak about Chanuka and the partial that fall out this time of year. As a young boy, I always loved Chanuka. I would get downstairs before anybody else, put the candles inside the holder of my menorah. I would stay up past anybody to see who would win, right? Which menorah would go down first. Even when I was a teenager, I didn't always make it home to light with my family, but when I got there, so then I would light. And at Rutgers University, when there was not that much Yiddishkeit left in whatever it is I was doing, so I would still try to light. I would go to the Chabad house, not every night, but I would. So Chanuka is really a special holiday for all of us. It really draws all of us. It comes at a very dark time of year. The days are the shortest now. It's a dark time. It's a time that everybody's looking and grasping for hope. Right? There's something to grab onto. What happens to all these dreams that we set out to fulfill? It's been about 3 months since Rosh Hashanah. We had everything straight, and now it's on its head. On Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we had it all figured out. We were in the Mariah bookstore. We saw a picture of the Havid Chaim's driver on Lesson a Day, and it was calling out to us. It was saying, "Stop speaking Lashon Hara, you little tzaddik." Right? And you said, "That's it. That's it. I'm going to do it. No more Lashon Hara. This is going to be the year." So you bought Lesson a Day, because now you got a plan. You held on to it. You even read the first lesson. Now, Lesson a Day is sitting on your desk, covered in dust, the bookmark on page 2. We had a plan for the year, for our learning, for our midos. Remember all that work we did on midos, right? And shiur. My God, what happened? These are our goals, and the dancing on Sukkot and Simchas Torah was so high, you could do anything. What happened? Where's our strength now? What happened to our plans? So besides Chanuka, I had another connection to Yiddishkeit, which I can't explain, but I felt it the most when I was in university. I was born on Rosh Chodesh Tevet, on Chanuka, that's why I like this holiday so much, right? And my bar mitzvah parsha was Vayigash. My bar mitzvah teacher taught me the entire parsha, the entire Torah. Right? I had to get up early on Sunday mornings for like a year, and I really didn't enjoy the whole experience. But somehow I had developed a catcher with the parsha. It was my parsha. During high school, I still went to shul, Moshe Boston, so I basically heard it late. And in college, I tried to get to the Chabad house for Shabbos for Yigash. Around December time, I would show up and see if it was the right week. Right after Thanksgiving, I check it out. When I made it, it was Gavaldik. I didn't really listen past Rishon because that's all I had memorized. But I would read it in English, inside in English, and I would daydream and I would think about it. It's very possible that these were the only times I actually used my mind to think when I was at Rutgers. Right? A 12-pack or a 24-pack, it's not a kasha, it's not taga, right? So what is this parsha all about? This parsha, Vayigash, is the most emotional parsha in the entire Torah. Yosef reveals himself to his brother. Right? Ani Yosef. So the story really starts in Parshas Vayeshev. His brothers hate Yosef. Right? When the opportunity comes, they sell him. All Yosef's dreams, they're never going to be. They allow Yaakov to mourn. Yaakov, the one who was able to bring 12 tzaddikim, 12 righteous shvatim into the world. Avram couldn't do it, he brought Ishmael. And Yitzchak couldn't do it, he brought Esau. But Yaakov had a perfect record. 12 wins, right? No losses. portion which explains that 12 was after the number of tribes needed to start this nation. Now it's all down to 2. And Yehuda and Yosef are each going to go through these series of nisyonos, right? Yehuda is going to suffer the loss of his 2 sons, the sin with Tamar, the embarrassment in front of his mishpacha. And Yosef never was sold as a slave, right? He's going to go to prison for 12 years. Yosef doesn't lose hope. Somebody else might have, but not Yosef. He remembered his dreams. It's no coincidence that he was able to get out of jail and rise to the top of Egypt using his ability to interpret dreams. So there's a famine, and the brothers come to the shrine to get food. Yosef puts Shimon in jail. The brothers return to Yaakov. They tell him that this ruler of Egypt thinks that they're spies, and they need to see this youngest brother to prove whatever story, and they want to bring Binyamin. And Yaakov says, no way. And then the famine gets worse. And Yaakov says yes, and he sends down Binyamin. And Yosef puts his goblet inside Binyamin's bag. He has him arrested for stealing his goblet, and he tells the brothers, you all can go, but he's staying. Whoa. So the brothers are horrified. Our father is not going to live through this. This takes us to Parshas Vayigash. This is all leading up. Vayigash elav Yehuda. The brothers didn't know what to do. The Tanchuma says, when they found the goblet in Binyamin's bag, Kol echad ve'echad hafach panav. Each of the brothers turned their face. Nobody knew what to do. It was Yehuda. It was Yehuda who stood up against this conniving, deceitful ruler of Egypt. Psukim describe a story which portrays a very humble and even broken Yehuda approach Yosef in order to get Binyamin back. But the Rashi and the Midrashim describe something else. The Tanchuma portrays a very charged, a very angry Yehuda approach Yosef. It says he was so angry, listen to this, that his heart boiled, and 2 hairs which were on his chest, over his heart, stiffened and burst out, tearing through his shirt. Right? And in order to arouse his anger even further, chewed on balls of copper. So I don't know what that means, okay? But Yehuda came for a battle. That much the Midrash is clear about. Yehuda came mamish to fight. There's an interesting exchange between the two. And the Midrash says Yosef feared Yehuda would destroy half of Egypt. So he couldn't wait any longer. He told his servants to hurry, to quickly leave. And as soon as they walked out, he to hurry, to quickly leave. And as soon as they walked out, he yelled, I knew you'll say! I knew you'll say. And the brothers, they were speechless, stunned. They had just witnessed a battle with the ruler of Egypt, with the fate of Binyamin, and with their fate on the line. I knew you'll say. Remember the 12 tribes of Yaakov. Each one is needed to form this nation. It can still be, will be. The brothers understood that in order for this nation to develop, they needed all 12 brothers. But they messed up. They figured this out too late. See, for the last 22 years, they've been living in a world where you can't fix your mistakes. Dreams don't come true. Yehuda jumps in, right? Who else? The Melech. In Yehuda we get all of our kings. Vayigash elav Yehuda. The buck stops here. We messed up the first time, but we're not going to mess up again. We're not letting Binyamin go. Vayigash elav Yehuda. They battle. The emotions in the room are soaring. Right? They're explaining everything from please return our brother to we are not leaving here without him, no matter what. I knew it then. Just when the emotions are so high and the pot is ready to burst over, Yosef says, I knew you'll say. It's a whole new world now. It's a whole new world. In 1969, the phone rang in my Bubby and Zadie's home in Williamsburg. Now it sounds like the beginning of a Hannah's Teller story, right? The phone rang in Williamsburg. But, see, after after the war in 1945, my Bubby met up with one of her brothers, the only survivors from their family. Through a series of circumstances, they were separated. They were split up. They didn't know what happened to their brother. Gone. In 1969, after 24 years, my Bubby gets a phone call. From me. His brother. Can you imagine? I knew you were safe. It's a whole new world. I never dreamed I would ever see you again. And it says in Parshas Vayechi, when Yaakov was bestowing the blessings on his children, and Yosef brings Ephraim and Menashe near to his father, the pasuk says, "Vayomer Yisrael el Yosef, Ro'ol panecha lo pilalti v'hinei hereh oti Elokim gam et zarecha." Yaakov says to Yosef, "Lo pilalti, to ever see your face, and God has shown me your offspring." Rashi says, what does lo pilalti mean? Lo melani libi lachshov machshava. My heart did not fill me think the thought that I would ever see you again. To dream the dream. I never dreamed I would ever see you again. Can you imagine not being able to dream? A few years ago at Rutgers, there was a young man, Dan probably knows the story a lot better than I do. He killed himself. I heard part of a letter he wrote, and there's one sentence that always sent a chill down my spine. Always stuck out. He said, "I can handle living each day with the pain that I do. But what I can't handle is the thought that it will always be this way." He lost his ability to dream. To believe that he can take what he has and make it better. The ability to dream, to hope for a better tomorrow, is one of the greatest gifts that the Kadosh Baruch Hu gives us. This is what we learn from Chanuka. Parshas Vayigash, the parsha leading up to Vayigash, but Vayigash is a bit of a climax. By Chanuka, the Greeks had several decrees on us. No Shabbos, no Mila, no Rosh Chodesh. And their poisonous culture was infecting the world. We had reached such a low level, we were frightfully close to being wiped out spiritually. And can you imagine what it must have been like to enter the Beis HaMikdash? Victorious in battle, but emotionally drained, exhausted, and looking for some pure oil. And underneath the rubble, underneath, I don't know how many pure jugs of oil, there's one pure jug of oil. One light amidst this darkness. And it lasted 8 days. We have to learn from the story of Joseph, Chanuka, to hold on to our dreams, our goals, our mission. We can take a fresh start. Whatever we set out to do this month, put into it a renewed effort. We can do it. Get out less than a day. Chazir the first lesson and go by it. Call the shots on back. Yell, "I'm back! Find me a wife!" Let's do it. You came to learn and you didn't know Gemara was so hard? Well, it is. You better believe it. We have to put in our time and effort and see what can become of our dreams. So I want to bless us all that we're able to dream, go after our dreams, to really believe we can achieve them. And even in dark times, not to lose hope or sight of what we have set out to do. And I want to wish this personally to everybody, but also, us as an arm. We have to do it. All of us. Let me hear it. Shia, Olam Haba, Shia Mason. We haven't given up after so many thousands of years. Let's bless each other. other, that our personal dreams come true, and the dreams of Am Yisrael come true. And Mashiach ben David comes in Erev Yamin.